everyone, welcome back to another PNSO review. Today we're taking a look at Dapeng, the Yangchuanosaurus. This is PNSO's second Yangchuanosaurus released this year. Actually, there's only one other release between this one and the last Yangchuan. Some people were disappointed by that, but this one represents a fully grown adult specimen, even though on the box it does say Yangchuanosaurus magnus. It's technically just the adult form of Yangchuanosaurus shangyouensis. But yeah, I'm really happy to actually have both versions of the Yangchuans. I ordered mine off AliExpress. The figure retails for around $43. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to order this figure for yourself. So let's just go over the package really quick before we check this figure out. It is number 76 in the Prehistoric Animal Models line. Nice picture of Dapeng on the front. I think I'm saying it right. Top of the box, we have a close-up of the head. And of course, just like all other PNSO figures, you do get a pamphlet with some nice product shots of the Yangchuanosaurus, and of course a little section on how to draw, blip, blap, bloopity-doo. And we do get a poster in the box, which is pretty typical of every PNSO release. Sometimes they do original artwork, but lately it's just a product shot of the actual figure. So enough about the packaging. Let's crack this figure open and take a closer look. And here's the Yangchuanosaurus out of the packaging, and ever since PNSO started adding lips to their theropods, it's really elevated them as the best theropod figures on the market. I just absolutely love the look of this figure, from that big, deep, powerful looking head, those powerful looking forearms, and just like the overall build of this animal. Definitely one of my favorite figures from PNSO this year, even though they were very, very theropod heavy. Their last few releases have been particularly spectacular, especially their Saurophagan X. But yeah, so this represents the adult Yangchuanosaurus, the one that came out, a month before this one. Represents a juvenile, even though on the box it says this is Yangchuanosaurus magnus. It's most likely the adult form of shangyouensis. I always mess up the Latin names on these sometimes. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have both versions of Yangchuan. It's nice to display, figures are actually based on specimens, and it's going to be a really cool display option. I'm going to take out the smaller one a little bit later on in the review to show the difference between them. And for measurements, if you measure this figure along the curve of the tail, it is 12 3/4 inches long, or 32.4 centimeters, and about 4.5 inches tall to the top of the head, or 11.4 centimeters. So this specimen of Yangchuanosaurus is estimated around 36 feet long, or 11 meters. So put this figure in the 134 scale range. And here it is with PNSO's previously released Yangchuanosaurus. So the smaller one is based off specimen CV00215, and the Magnus specimen is CV00216. So, it's pretty cool to see these two side by side. They're both based off actual specimens, and I just think that makes a great display option for our shelves. I always have a soft spot for figures that are, modeled after actual specimens. And now let's zoom and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with this absolutely gorgeous head sculpt. I just love how deep and powerful the head of the adult specimen looks, just with the little eye that's painted yellow or black people just on top of the head. Just really gives it a nice, mean, sinister look. You got the nasal crest all nicely done. You have all these large scales at the tip of the snout. That's typical for most PNSO theropods. They like to give it those, crocodile, sensitive pressure scales on the tip of the snout, saying most theropods probably communicated by rubbing their snouts together. So that's a very cool look. Nostrils are nicely done. Looks absolutely fantastic with the lip look. And let's open the mouth up. It's kind of tough to get your finger in there when it's closed completely flush, but you get a nice wide open mouth with the articulation. And let's take a look inside the mouth and check out all the details. The teeth are all nicely painted. Gives some nice glossy coat over the gum tissue. The tongue is nicely textured. Roof of the mouth very nicely done. You even have the nasal passages sculpted in there, and the throat looks like it goes on forever. So yeah, loving all the detail inside the mouth, and it just makes me so happy to see lips on theropods again from PNS. So just can't wait for them to re-release everything they did the last couple of years with lips. We know we're getting a Rex probably very, very soon. Here's a view from the top, and here is a view of the head from the bottom. We have some nice details along the throat. Head sits on top of very thick and powerful neck. Coloration, PNSO is not known for being, doing their figures in the most colorful ways, but you know what? They always go for a natural look, and I really like how this one turned out. The reddish browns and a little bit of yellows mixed in there with all these dark markings give it a nice natural look. Yangchuanosaurus is a very large theropod. Probably wasn't very brightly colored. Going to camouflage when you're sneaking up on your prey, and then going down to the very, very powerful forearms. Very, very nicely done. The hand claws are all decked out in black paint. Very long, nasty looking claws on this thing. You have a row of spikes down the back that goes all the way down to the tip of the tail, and the torso has little osteoderms peppered throughout all over the place. Nice powerful looking thighs. Just absolutely love the sculpting on the thighs. All those nice folds and wrinkles, bulging calf muscle. Feet are nicely done. Same thing. Toe claws are decked out in that glossy black paint. Same thing with the dew claws. And turn the figure over. Always got to do our dinosaur butthole check. That is a very, very nice looking cloaca slit. Here's a view of the figure from the top. Nice powerful looking chest. Nice thick hips. And a nice thick tail base. And you have all these gorgeous markings going all the way down to the tip of the tail. So yeah, I'm absolutely digging this thing. I think it's one of their coolest looking theropods that they've done in a long time. And I'm getting ready to do my top 10 dinosaur figures of 2023. And I think this guy is definitely going to slide in on that list. Moving on with comparisons, here it is with Collecte's 140 scale human. And next up, here it is with PNSO's original Yangchuanosaurus, which I still like. I absolutely love when that figure came out. I missed it when they did their little diorama stuff with the stands and everything. And you know what? While we have it right here, here it is with the Yangchuanosaurus that also came with that. And these are all in scale with each other, so it makes if you want to do the upper Shaq's Move formation group shots, you have a lot of figures from them now that you can throw in there. And let's just move these off to the side, and let's pull out another species that lived alongside Yangchuanosaurus. Here it is with Yangchuanosaurus, which was one of the larger stegosaurs. I think these two look absolutely great next to each other. And you know what? I'm gonna whip out the base that came with the original Yangchuanosaurus, and to see how these two look on the base. See if we can get the Yangchuan to balance on here. It's a very rocky base, and I think they look really, really good on this base together. So you can definitely repurpose this base for diorama shots. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to mess around with this to get them to look right, like they're attacking each other on the base. But yeah, very, very cool that you can repurpose these bases. There we go. That looks a little bit better. It'll be nice if the camera can focus in on that. But yeah, just like having the option that you can reuse these PNSO bases with some of their older figures. I mean, with their newer figures. And next up, here it is with another dinosaur lived alongside with. Here it is with Yangchuanosaurus. Man, my voice sounds terrible. I think I'm just freaking burnt out from all the holiday stuff already. It would be nice if we actually had a 135 scale Yangchuanosaurus. I'll leave that up to Holland Good. PNSO did release that awesome looking Alamosaurus. I have not ordered it yet because I'm waiting to see what Holland Good does. I'm pretty sure they're doing an actual 135 scale. And my dog's going crazy. That means my wife is home from shopping, so I excuse the barking. And next up, here's another relative of Yangchuanosaurus. Here it is with PNSO's Sinraptor. And let's just end this with one more of their amazing theropods. Here it is with their Saurophagonax, which is absolutely fantastic. And here it is with their recently released Zool. I'll be reviewing that one very, very shortly. So final thoughts on PNSO's new Yangchuanosaurus. Absolutely love this thing. It's so nice to have a fully grown adult specimen for the collection shelf, and I just like how you can use the old PNSO Yangchuan base for this one. Definitely probably would recommend putting that support rod somewhere underneath it, because PNSO theropods have a very, very notorious reputation of warping over time. Very few of mine have not warped. I don't know what Holland God's doing, but their theropods, I've had zero issues with them warping. They're just using a different type of plastic, I guess. But yeah, this figure is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely love it, and highly recommend it. It's cool to have the juvenile specimen display alongside it. Like I said, soft spot for figures based off actual specimens. So yeah, highly recommend this thing. And like I said, beginner review, got mine from AliExpress. Link is down below in the description if you want to order one for yourself. So that will do it for the review. Just have to do the PNSO Zool. I think I'm all caught up on Jurassic World stuff. Should be getting some Beast of Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus series Wave 3 production samples in really soon from Davey. Did contact me the other day. Said he was planning to send some out really, really soon. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.